Welcome, Solex Nation. We're so happy to be back with you this week, and we have a couple of great things to announce.
Yes, we do.
Want to tell them what's back in the back office?
Back in your back office. Tablets are back. We're excited about this. We know so many of you have been waiting for this awesome device to come back into play with Solex, and I actually have one here to show you.
It's a little bit different from the last
It's
one.
an update.
Yes.
We've had a few tablets over the last year plus.
Yes.
Right? And this is the latest version. As you know, the chip shortage is real. And it has been an arm wrestle and a struggle, and it feels like it's pulling teeth to get these made and made to our specifications, but they're here.
Well, and then add on the shipping.
Yeah,
fiascos.
and yes,
we
all of
won't
that.
even get into that. Thanks for being patient.
Yeah, your patience is wonderful. And hopefully we can just all celebrate now that we have. If you've wanted a tablet, you can now get it in your back office. If you have somebody waiting on the sidelines that's been waiting to sign up because they want a tablet, it is now here. But as you can see, this is still the very rugged design. Slightly smaller screen, but heavier, and the battery life is incredible. Everybody that we've had test this loves it.
Yeah.
But let me show you what we're going to compensate for the smaller screen than the previous version. We have a special bonus that makes up for it. We think you're going to love it. It is a docking station, a cradle that goes with it, not just a charge, but you'll see on the back, Ethernet port, USB, and so forth. All of it, all in one. It just sits right there, right in the docking station, and charges up. So we love it. Back in stock, same price as before. Everything's ready to go. We're shipping these out already to those people who had ordered and were waiting for this. They were willing to put in an order and wait for us. It's all now going out the door.
It's out. As well as Solex Gold samples.
Yes.
Those are shipping, and X.
And X. And Pets
Plus
continues to go out the door.
Continues to sell. So anyway, all of those things are in your back office and shipping. Okay, let's talk about Dave Discovery.
Dave Discovery. We haven't mentioned anything in a while intentionally.
Yes. We're doing it a little bit differently. If you haven't heard, where we are having a virtual event this coming March. We will be having an in-person event in Utah in June. Yep. But right now we are talking about March.
Yeah.
It's virtual. We wanted as many people to come as could.
Yep.
And so we wanted to give the variety and not just have it be in Utah.
We had a lot of requests in the last one of people saying, hey, look, I can't make it. I live here. I live there. I have certain circumstances that don't allow me to get to where you are holding this event. Can you do it virtually? And we haven't been able to, but we made the arrangements for March's to be available wherever you have an internet connection. And so you can access that. There's something special though with it is you can get just the virtual Dave Discovery ticket with the discount code that gets sent to you as well, dedicated to the account.
Right, so that discount code is good for certain items in the back office. We'll have them in our events store.
Yeah.
And you'll get a discount using that code for that weekend, basically.
Yeah, for that weekend.
Yeah.
But then we also have the virtual ticket with the
swag bag.
Yes.
So if you choose that option, you will also get the discount code to shop in the store, but you will have a swag bag sent to you, and we have some fun stuff in that swag bag. I'm excited to get one for me.
And so far so good. I think we're 2 for 2 as far as reviews on the swag bag. People have loved what we put out so far, and this next one is not going to disappoint. We don't think in any way. We're excited about it. There's some really fun stuff in it. So
okay, well,
but what's
I do
the
have one thing
announcement
to
about
say.
it?
Okay, the announcement is yippee skippy. Here comes. We're excited for it, but prices are changing on December 1st.
Yep.
As you can imagine, we have to get all of our things ordered. We have to get your swag bags ready, and we are going to have to start narrowing those numbers down. So these prices that we currently have in the back office are good until December 1st. Prices will increase on December 1st.
Yes, on December 1st. So we're going to go up. We're going to close the gap. We have to make our final orders and get all those things ready right in the beginning of December. And so it kind of becomes crunch time for us. And so we have to create essentially a deadline for you. We know that you'll enroll people through January and into February that will want to come to the event. We're making some precautions to make that available, but in order to make Solex available to be able to deliver on some of these things, we have to put those measures into place.
Yeah.
And so we are. So we've gone as far as we can. We're going to have a bump. Not a big bump, just a small bump.
But get your tickets now before that bump happens.
Yep.
You'll be happy you did.
Now on to the contest from last week.
I loved this one.
Yeah, this was a good one. We talked about gratitude, and we wanted you to post about gratitude. And we found people posting not just on the YouTube video, but on our post on Facebook and elsewhere. That was awesome. We loved reading your responses to that.
We did. And now, the contest rules, got to kind of stick to the rules. You had to post on our YouTube video to be entered into the drawing that we're about to do for the glasses. But stick around because we decided to do something for every single post as of today, Wednesday, okay? Yep. So, we'll explain what that is in a minute.
That's right. We always have something fun we got to add to this.
We love giving stuff away.
It's got to be a fun thing. And this, more than anything, for us here in the United States, Thanksgiving's this month. We're walking into all of the holidays that we celebrate here. And around the world, we know that almost every country has some sort of gratitude occasion, celebration, month, holiday, whatever you want to call it. We just think that taking the time to reflect, even here at Solex, not necessarily just about Solex, just about everything going on, is worth your effort and ours to do that. And we think that you did a great job, those that participated in this. And what were we giving away?
We are giving away Lightwave optical glasses,
yes.
And we're going to do 3 of you.
3!
But I want to say a little something about gratitude, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, it's the month of gratitude here in the United States because it's Thanksgiving, and we concentrate on that, which I love. I was listening to a podcast a couple of days ago, and it was talking about how to raise your frequency. Okay, and it listed a bunch of ways to raise your frequency, and one of them was gratitude, to have gratitude, and how that changes your life. And it doesn't necessarily change the situations in your life or the experiences that you have, but it can change the way you deal with the experiences, right? Your attitude. Means everything.
Absolutely.
So we all have different beliefs, and I'm not trying to impose mine on you, but I believe in God, and I pray every night. And whenever I pray, I thank God for anything I can think of. I heard one time, what if you woke up one day and only had the things that you thanked God for the night before? And that's kind of always stuck with me, and that could go on. That can make for a very long prayer, just so you know.
Yes, it could.
You think of all the things that you want to make sure you wake up with.
Yeah.
But anyway, gratitude is important for all of us, and important to do all the time.
It is.
But I loved concentrating on it. This week.
Well, and that, I think everybody could agree that change in frequency, your thoughts, your emotions, your energy, all changes, and part of that is that perspective.
Yes.
And we had all of these are submissions of gratitude.
Yes.
And we're going to read just 3 of them. We encourage you to go onto the YouTube site and Facebook and wherever else we have this and read some of those comments. It might give you a little bit of a shift in perspective of things that you maybe could be grateful for that you haven't recognized gratitude in your life for.
Even the hard things. Even
the tough things. Yeah. So let's do the drawing. How about that?
You want me to draw the first one?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. I'm going to say, you don't have to close your eyes.
Yeah, I'm not. I almost did.
All right.
This is kind of what I do.
This is Karen Golden. I am grateful for family, health, and friends. So thankful that we live in a free country and for being introduced to Solex.
Love that. That's wonderful. Okay, let's grab another one. Going to go dig to the bottom.
Did you notice our apple basket for fall?
Oh, that's cute. Great call. I'm grateful for these calls. In my life, I have so much to appreciate and be grateful for. My husband, my 2 kids, our dog Lucy are all happy and healthy and supportive of me. I have so much gratitude for my home and all the comforts we enjoy on the daily. My health and wellness is another area where I am grateful for. Every day I spend a few moments running through all the things that I can think of that happened that day. that I appreciate and I'm grateful for. It is such a great daily practice to keep me in that loving energy. Carolyn Nixon, what a post. Thank you so much. And I love your practice. Daily reviewing the things that you could be grateful, right along the lines of what you were sharing.
Yeah.
She does it.
Love it.
So.
All right. Last one.
Last one.
Get all these in here. This one doesn't have a last name. So if this is you, please give us a call. Austin will put the phone number right here, right now, to call in. This is from Kim. So many things I'm grateful for, but I am beyond grateful for the AO scanner that is transforming the life of my brother. He has been in institutions for 45 years and is now living at home. For the first time in over 45 years, I am witnessing him share laughter, joy, and deep conversation with family. This is a true miracle, and we've only been using it for 3 weeks. Praise God. Thank you, Solex.
Wow.
That's amazing. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your thoughts. And you know what? Don't stop. Don't stop sending those in. Don't stop writing those comments. Don't stop being grateful for all that you have and sharing it with others. And it helps encourage all of us to remember what we have to be grateful for.
Yep. I love that. I love that. You don't need a contest to post about being grateful for something. How about that? Let's kind of carry this tradition forward.
I like it.
Now we had a surprise.
We did.
There's a whole bunch of other people here that your name didn't get drawn.
And more people were saying what they were grateful for on our Facebook page, and that is Solex AO Scan Official. That is our private Facebook group. If you're not a member of that group, go and request to be in that group right now. But we had several of you on one of the posts that we put up saying what you were grateful for. So all of you are in this contest too.
Yes. So for
not a contest.
Yeah, not a contest.
Reward.
This is a giveaway at this point. Those 3, they win the contest to get the Lightwave glasses.
Yes.
The rest of you, based on your post, we through tonight, we're sending you an email to the email on file with Solex. We're going to send you an email with a coupon code. That's a 10% off. 10% off your next purchase. Go and enjoy. Hopefully you find something that's worthwhile. But we're going to send that coupon code out to you just as a
thank you.
A symbol of gratitude from us
for
you taking the time to share with the rest of the world what you're grateful for at this time. So
I do have a side note to that. I do. There are a few comments with either a first name or a name that is like snazzy jazzy. I don't know. I just made that up, but on YouTube.
Snazzy jazzy.
We don't know.
Like
we don't know who snazzy jazzy is. I just made that up. But if you have a name that is different than your name here at Solex, will you just give us a call? Let us know who you are, what comment is yours, and then we'll get that code to you.
Yep.
Our top enrollers for November 1st through November 7th, we have a tie.
No kidding. 3-way tie.
for second.
Yeah, for second place. Lindsay Little.
Dr. Carissa Supri.
And?
Caitlin Carlson.
Oh, good job, Caitlin Carlson. And then our first place winner was Barbara Trebeau.
I would say Troba. I don't know. We're sorry if we
Barbara.
butchered that. But you are now a member of our Solex Legacy Group.
Yes.
And we will be sending you a Solex silver
coin.
coin. All 4 of you, though, what a tremendous job this week.
Those are a lot of new names. We're so
are.
used to seeing the same names, which we love seeing.
Yes.
But I love seeing new people on this list.
The top enrollers.
We say it every time that every week there are so many people right behind, like just one enrollment away from being a top enroller.
It's true.
And we obviously saw evidence that you're there. That good job. Congratulations. The second place, the first place, Barbara. We'll get the coin out to you right away.
All right, now we're going to turn the time over to Deb Durfey for an important announcement, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, a tip.
A tip.
Yeah, we're bringing tips into this. So let's. Deborah's got a good tip for us today.
Hi guys. I just wanted to give you a quick tip here and let you know that you've probably seen a new button in your AO scan program. So up on the right hand side where there are 3 lines, I call it the hamburger, if you click on that, you will see pre-cache and clear cache. I just wanted to let you know the difference between those 2 cache buttons. So one is to completely clear, if your program's getting bogged down, it's slowing down, and you need to clear your history and clear everything out of it, you'll want to clear your cache. If you want to just speed it up to take it to the previous download version of the program, you would want to push pre-cache. So pre-cache is one you'll want to use the majority of the time. Clear cache maybe once a month as you want to clear the history, clear the cache. So if you just think clearing it out and pre-cache to the previous program, that hopefully will make sense. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to customer support. We love hearing from you, and we love to support you.
We're so excited to have Deb Bruce here with us this week visiting. And Deb has been instrumental in our Solex University Phase 1 training. And as she's helping putting the finishing touches on it this week, she agreed to step away for a moment and talk with us for this weekly update. So thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
You know, it's not just instrumental in Phase 1. She's been instrumental in every aspect of the AO scanner with the reporting and how to connect the dots. And so you're going to see a lot of her in Phase 1 and 2 and 3. But like Shelby said, finishing touches go on this week. Phase 1 is done. But Shelby, you got some questions, right?
I do. I have some questions for you. Now, Deb, she knows all things AO scan. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I would agree with that.
Yes, she is an expert in AO scan. And so we've had a lot of questions over the year and a half we've been doing this. One of them is reading reports, okay? We've had a lot of people not sure how to read a report, okay? So a few questions on that. The first, this person said they did 3 consecutive scans.
Okay.
And they're showing in each scan the same, do I want to say issue, come up each time. After optimization, it still is showing in reds. What would you say to that?
I would tell you that since it's reading frequencies in the body and the frequencies are staying the same, that there's really a number of different scenarios that you can think about. One of them is you might need to make some lifestyle changes. For one thing, just simply not drinking enough water can show up with a lot of red 1s and 9s in the system because there's not the hydration to serve to carry nutrients, to take away waste. There's other things that can be occurring also. If you see those same reds over and over and over, if you're really concerned, then it would be good to go to your primary caregiver and mention the areas that you're concerned about and see if there's something that they would possibly need to diagnose. Remember that those 9s and 1s are educational. They're showing you areas that you can improve in, things that you can look for themes for, and they are just frequency fluctuations between the cells in the body. So it's mainly educational and letting you know what to look for and what to change.
You told me a story earlier, which goes along with the answer you just gave.
Okay.
About a woman that you work with that had or has stage 4 breast cancer. And her scans were showing what?
It was really interesting because this woman had stage 4 diagnosed breast cancer. She was working on multiple levels to work with it, and she came in to do a scan, and the breast tissue was all 5s, perfect frequencies. It was a little disconcerting to her because she's like, well, I know that I have stage 4 breast cancer. Why is this showing this way? And I did a bunch of research on it because it was kind of early in the game after we had first started with the scanner. And what it came down to was her diet, she had made perfect. She wasn't eating any sugar. She was following every suggestion that every naturopath, dietitian had given her. She was seeing chiropractors. She was doing everything that was suggested to help with that tissue. And the frequencies in the tissue had gotten so good that even though the cancer was there, the brain was saying, you got this. The frequencies are at a great place. And sure enough, her doctor reported to her that the cancer was going into remission. So here's another way that you see that the scanner educates you about what's going on in the tissue. It's not going to diagnose what's there. It's going to educate you on how the frequencies are doing and show you what you need to improve in to get those frequencies where they are vibrating at a very healthy place.
Okay, so I love that story, and I also I like what this is leading into, because we can go the other way too. What happens when you're doing scans and they're showing areas in the green or fives are doing well, and then all of a sudden they take a nosedive?
This is where you need to remember that, again, the brain is showing you the frequencies of the area. So let's say that you're somebody, I'm just going to give an example off the top of my head. Let's say you're somebody that is following a keto diet because you want to lose weight, and you've been following it perfectly, you've been losing weight, you've been drinking enough water, and you decide to go on a cruise. And you go for a week, and you eat sugar, and you eat carbs, and you don't sleep enough, and you drink too much alcohol, you're not getting exercise. Well, when you come home, those frequencies that were showing all greens, they may take a nosedive, because your brain's going to say, hello, you need to get back on track, because we're starting to struggle with some pesticides here, maybe from the food, maybe a few parasites, not enough water, dehydration, tiredness. So then you get back on track and you do the things that you were doing before, and bang, all those nice numbers, nice colors come right back again.
That's perfect. So what would you say to someone who is showing a large number of parasites that are off?
I hear that all the time. Quite frankly, it's one of the areas that a lot of my clients kind of freak out about, because they'll show that they have 15 of them, 20 of them, whatever. And what I remind them is that what they're seeing, because it's educational, it can be cellular memory of a parasite from a long time ago. The brain remembers seeing a signature like that. It can be something that's developing. They went and ate sushi on Friday night, and the brain sees that, ooh, there might have been some parasites in their food. It's just a frequency that's developing. It can be residual damage. Maybe somebody had a bad case of malaria or something years ago, and it actually caused damage to the tissue that's still there. Well, they don't have the malaria now, but when it comes up malaria, it's because the brain sees that at some point those frequencies cause damage to the tissue. So there's any number of scenarios. The other one could be you have an itty-bitty little parasite, teeny little one that the brain's registering frequencies for, but because there's so many millions of parasites, we don't have all the signatures in our database. But your brain sees that that little itty-bitty parasite looks like the same frequency sort of as a great big frequency for a 16-foot-long tapeworm. So you get the report that says you got the tapeworm, you don't have the tapeworm. I mean, some people might, but chances are that it's just the brain picking out a frequency that looks similar. And there again, it could have been that parasite in the past. It could have been that that parasite died and there's residual toxins. It could be that it's developing. There's all kinds of scenarios. So what do you do?
Okay, so and here's where I would say, Deborah, looking at the report as a whole rather than just a microscopic issue, you've got to look at the whole report to see what's in and out.
Exactly. And you also have to just, there again, make some lifestyle changes that help with that. Do some things that can cleanse parasites, do some changes possibly in diet. Just do whatever you can do to start actually working with the theme that you're seeing in your reports.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, in a comprehensive scan, tell me about what does a 1 represent, what does a 9 represent?
Good question.
That comes up a lot. Think of your 5 as ideal. And then think of, as you move frequency-wise away from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that you're getting into something that is possibly more of an acute issue that's causing frequencies that show developing possible inflammation. And then on the other side, 4, 3, 2, 1, think of that as something that a 1 would be more of a chronic issue, and that moving away from 5 shows that that area has a little less energetic function. Now here's the thing, you can have a place in the body that has 9s and 1s, because think of it, if you had a kidney that had possibly had an infection or something, it would show frequencies for inflammation, but at the same time, if it's been developing for quite a while, it could also have reduced function. So think of your 5 as ideal, and 1 and 9 isn't big and small, it's just moving towards acute or moving towards chronic. And that'll help you understand a lot more about your report.
Great question, great answer.
All right, I want to talk a little bit about the new body system scan. Okay? Can I tell you a little story?
Sure.
I had this something that I had to take care of last week, and as I was thinking over my day and all of the things that I had to do, I thought I need to pass this off to somebody. But as I was thinking about passing it off, I thought, well, but I really need to be the one that is doing it, okay? And so I moved on from that, and then I ended up doing a body system scan probably 30 minutes after this, okay? And one of the emotional responses that came up, something I had never seen, it said delegation conflict.
Okay.
Okay, hilarious. Dead on. Never seen that before, haven't seen it since. But isn't that interesting that right when I was trying to decide who I could pass this project to and then deciding maybe I just need to keep it, I had delegation conflict. So that's one. So I could trace that back and I could understand where that came from. But I have things that show up on my scan all the time that make no sense. For example, shyness. Do you think I'm shy, Deb Bruce?
No.
Okay, so why does my scan say shyness?
Well, and Loran can talk more about this, but in the inner voice, there's a range of shyness. And the range can go as far away from shyness as being more like you are a lot of the time. And then it can also be that somebody's very, very shy. So somewhere in there's a balance that you need to find with it. The other possibility is there are times when somebody in our life has that quality, and the very emotion of them being very shy, we wish we could help them out of that shyness. We want to encourage them, and it actually can affect our emotions when we're around them because we just wish that we could help them in some way.
That makes sense.
And you know, the thing is sometimes it's somebody really close to us, like a sibling or a child or a spouse, and we're sensing some of their emotions. And that could have been that, with your child or with anybody that's in your life at that point in time. So looking at your inner voice and your emotionals is, I think, one of the most important parts of the scanner is looking at those emotions and trying to put them back in balance. So with that, with you, or with anybody, it really is a range of, are you really shy if it's you? Or are you overcompensating and you're the opposite of that? Or is it somebody that's in your life that's affecting that emotion? So,
I love that explanation, actually. When I think back over the scans that I've done, I've been dealing with some situations with some family members in my life, and some of the things that they are experiencing and going through, I'm not personally experiencing, but I am
at an emotional level with them. So it didn't make sense to me why some of those emotions were showing up in my scan because I'm not feeling that, but they are. Yeah.
And I'm feeling it with them, maybe.
You're attached.
Or yeah.
They had a question about a supplement that they had put that kept coming up when they were doing their scan. And Deborah and I, we talked about this earlier, did you?
Yeah.
And I think we're going to put it up on the screen so you can read it. We want you to understand, we appreciate more than you know when you send this stuff in, because there's other people, like when you have a question, guaranteed there's a whole lot of others that have a question that's either similar to that or been asking the same thing. This one was about why a supplement would come up when you would think it would be for something else. You want to address that right here? And it's up on your screen to where you can see that.
Yeah. In looking at it, it was the homeopathic form.
It was the homeopathic, right.
So it's important to realize that the homeopathic form of something has energy vibrations in it that can help with various things in the body. Now, the particular thing that came up, if the person had taken it as an herbal actual tincture with the actual herbs, it could have been dangerous because they were newly pregnant. However, when we researched what the energetic forms of the herbs were, that were what she came up for energetically, those energetic form of the herbs would actually be able to help with different things like fibromyalgia, chronic inflammation, different things that she might have been experiencing since she had gotten pregnant. So what the brain was doing was looking at the signature of the homeopathic as far as what the frequencies of it were, and seeing parts of those frequencies that could be used for things that she was experiencing, but the brain at the same time recognizes that there's nothing about those frequencies that is going to hurt that baby that's developing, because it's only picking out the frequencies that can be used on an energetic level, and they're also safe, tolerable, and effective.
And that's great. And the thing is, remember, homeopathics have no chemistry. There's no chemical or herbal structure in there. It's the frequency, so you don't have the risk of ingesting something that could potentially hurt you or
It was
the
a very
baby.
good question.
Yeah, it was a great question. Great question.
Okay, thanks for bringing that up, because that did need to be addressed.
Thanks.
So Deb, thanks for being on today. We look forward to hearing you on phase 1.
I'm excited about it.
We're gonna get hours with her. You're gonna get hours with her, and we're just blown away by everything that she knows and that she shares and teaches us. So.
And I'd just like to repeat what Loran just said. Don't ever be afraid of asking a question. There's never a foolish question. The other thing you have to appreciate is there's a lot of new people using their scanner every week, and a lot of them haven't heard the answers before. So even if it's repeat questions, repetition for emphasis, it deserves to be addressed and said again. So please keep the questions coming in. It helps us a lot.
And phase 1 is coming soon, very quickly, and you want to make sure that you're ready for it. Before you go into phase 1, though, guys, you got to remember, you got to do your basic training. Get in and understand your device, understand the software before you jump into phase 1. So make sure that you get your basic training behind you. Don't you think that's going to be helpful?
Yeah, absolutely.
So get basic training done in the next week or so if you haven't already got it done, and then you'll be ready for phase 1.
Should we tell them the date of phase 1?
Do it.
December 1st.
December 1st.
Yay.
December 1st. Phase 1 is here. So, all right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Good night.
You know, Kai, it was really awesome today having Deborah with us, wasn't it?
Yes, Deb Bruce is fantastic. She is so sharp. She knows so much.
She's been with the AO scans. It's almost its inception. And so she just understands it in a way and at a level that we all wish we did. And
Yeah.
so it's just great having her here. And phase 1 is going to be knock your socks off.
Yeah, yeah. She's a wealth of knowledge, and we know that phase 1 has been a long time coming, but we think with all of the improvements and the strides, you know, this last year has been filled with updates. You know that, we know that, and we think that we've reached a point where, at least for phase 1,
Yeah, we're ready.
we can be steady
Yep.
on phase 1 for a bit. And so that's right around the corner.
December 1st.
I think that we turn this phase 1 into a giveaway this week.
Like it.
I think, and we may not go to 3 on this one, if that's all right with you. I know,
Okay.
I know. But how about this? These are the rules. For every person that you enroll, either a QLA or a PC, you get an entry into the drawing.
Okay.
If your name is picked, not only do you get a phase 1 pass,
So does the one you enroll.
so does the one that you enroll. So we didn't quite get to 3, but we got 2 people. How about that?
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
We're doing something. So we're excited about phase 1. We hope
We
you
are.
are too. As soon as you get that exposure, and obviously you're going to hear a lot more from Deb Bruce and this resident expert here that you get to hear from all the time. You.
Oh.
You. You guys have a fantastic week.
See you guys.
Jeez, no one ever comments on my hair.
Can
I mean, usually it's a mess, but, you know, today, put some extra time into it.
Okay,
No?
moving on. Top enrollers for November 1st through November.
Dang it. Okay.
No.
No okays. Okay, let's.
You said okay.
Okay, shoot. I don't know what my
Dr.
problem. I have all
Carissa
kinds of wires
Sibley.
crossed right now.
What